Hi, I'm Greg and we are Birdwise East Kent. Today we're going to show you the Pegwell Bay Nature Reserve and how it is one of the biggest nature reserves in Kent, and also how it's a massive migratory area for bird life.
So the site here is open to everyone. We just ask that you stick to the pathways, and if you've got a dog with you, please keep it on the lead or keep it under close control just to prevent disturbance to the wildlife here. The walk we'll take you on is about a 4.5 kilometre loop. Sometimes it gets a bit muddy, it's a little bit uneven, so wear some good shoes and just be prepared for the weather. There's sometimes a bit of a wind here, as you might be able to see, so pack an extra layer. We recommend the best time to come is about 2 hours after low tide, which is when the birds will be getting pushed in a little bit closer to you, but really any time is amazing.
So what makes up most of the site here is actually the mudflats, and this area is actually a restricted area, so we don't ask anyone to go out there, but it does mean that quite a few of the bird life is actually quite far away, so we do say bring some binoculars so then you can see them up close. But what we're going to do now is going to show you all the areas that is perfect for this site, where you can see the most wildlife, and also we're going to end up where the seals are right at the end. So just before we go on a walk, we're going to show you this area here. So this is a dog exercise area, and you can go here and let off your dog off the lead, and it will run freely without any restrictions, and it's very good for socialising as well. So the way you find this is straight through the gates at Pegwell Bay car park, and your first right down that pathway.
The first thing we recommend checking out is the garage pool, which can be found to the left of the car park. In the summer months it's often completely dry, but in the winter there's always lots of water and bird life, especially redshank, lapwing and little egrets as well. We often see some rarities, so it's definitely worth having a look.
This corner here is actually a really good place to see wildlife. There's loads of different species all the way around here, especially there's a huge amount of curlews. So curlews are one of our largest species of waders in the UK, and they're the ones with a long beak that curves downwards. And if you want to see them, they're probably hiding amongst the reeds here, and you'll definitely hear them.
Trust, we use livestock to help us manage our nature reserves. Here we have Conic and Exmoor ponies and Highland cattle. The horses behind me are Conic ponies. They are extremely hardy and very intelligent. They can find the best places for shelter and new edible plants. They can also cope with vegetation that is low in nutritional value. All these characteristics make them really well suited to living in nature reserves. However, they can be very curious and can appear tame, but please don't be tempted to feed them, as this can pose a serious risk to their health.
Okay, so keep an eye out for this sign here. Once you find that, we're going to walk down this path through the gate and keep to the left the whole way along until we find the seals.
Pegwell Bay is best known for the thousands of birds that call it a home every winter. There is a lot more to see here. For example, there are 1,200 species of moth that live here, including some species that are found nowhere else in the country, like the bright-waved moth. We also have several species of orchid. In the hoverport, we can find hundreds of bee and man orchids coming into flower every spring. And here in Stour we can find common twig-blade, common spotted, pyramidal and southern marsh orchids, all in the open areas.
this spot, it's a really great place to spend some time looking at the seals, which will be hanging out on the riverbank down here. It's mostly harbour seals and some grey seals, and they'll be here all year round.
So if you want to go back to the car park, then go the exact same way but in the opposite direction, right back to the car park. Or if you're more adventurous, then you can go more inland but stick to the similar direction, and I'm sure you'll get to the car park as well.
If you'd like any more information, then just check out our website and social media, or even better, come along to a real life walk and talk and we can help you with any questions or any identification.